What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the farm vlog. You guys know that we have had a drought here in northeast Oklahoma. We went like 5 weeks without any rain, and a couple nights ago we ended up getting 8/10 of an inch, so we were super blessed with that. And one thing that comes with that is these dirt daubers. So there wasn't hardly any mud around, maybe some at the ponds and stuff, but ever since it's rained, look at what these guys have been doing. Making huge messes. Look right here. Everywhere on our brick. And that's not what today's video is about by no means. I just wanted to share that with you. We are fortunate to have the rain, and here on the farm we do believe that every creature serves a purpose. You know, God makes every creature for a reason, and we're not going to kill these dirt daubers, but we are going to have to knock down the nest and try to keep them from coming and build a new nest. But I got something out here in the Pygmy Kiko goat pen I want to share with you guys. And look here, here's the rain gauge. I didn't even empty it because I was so glad to see it. So thankful for the rain, and it couldn't have came at a better time because it came the night before 4th of July, and you know how everybody likes celebrating this great country's birthday by shooting off fireworks. And with fireworks comes fire, and when you got dry grass, it's not a good combination. Look at this. I don't want to spook them too much, but what we got here are 2 turkey hens sitting on a clutch of eggs. And the last time I checked, there was 16 eggs in there. And I don't know which mama been laying the eggs, but it looks like they're taking turns sitting on them. So stay tuned for today's video. Stay with me. We're going to be doing a lot of different stuff. It's the weekend. We got a lot of stuff to try to get done. It's already super hot out here, and we might have a special guest, another YouTuber coming to the farm today. Might have something going on, so I don't know that for sure yet, so stay tuned for that. One thing we're going to do is we're going to walk to the garden here in a little bit, and we are going to check out our onions. It is time to pull the onions. They have been actually ready to pull for a little while. I'm going to go get Rachel's little wagon and pull it over there and get busy. I need to get some of those beds weeded and a little cleanup around the farm today. We got some of these old wooden spools that we've had for years, and some of them started rotting. So we're going to try to get them loaded up and take them down to our little dump pile. So stick around for today's video. There's no telling what's going to happen. So we're out here in the garden, and it is time to try to get some of these beds cleaned up because I have been neglecting them, I guess you can say, and you can see the grass and everything starting to take over. It's time to harvest these onions. It's actually past time. You can see some of these are going to head and they got seeds. So we're going to try to get these harvested today, and what I'm going to use is this gorilla cart here. This thing is a handy little lightweight garden cart or landscaping cart. Tilts over, dumps. It's super light. You can pick it up no problems. I think we purchased this at Lowe's, but you can get them on Amazon, and I think they are a little cheaper on Amazon, shipped to your house, so you don't even have to go to Lowe's and pick them up. I'll try to put a link in the description to one of these carts. If you guys are handicapped, or you know, if you're not a bigger person, you don't want to haul a heavy cart around, these things are very light. And with these bigger pneumatic tires, they're very easy to pull around. So if you guys are looking for a cart rather than like a wheelbarrow or something like that, I recommend these 100%. So I'll try to leave a link down there for one of these guys if you guys are interested. It's been a huge help for me and Rachel here around the farm and in the garden. And you guys can see here, we got tons of stuff. We got some carrots that need picked. Most of all of our lettuce has bolted and gone to seed. So we're going to pull that up, feed that to the goats. But first, I'm going to try to harvest these onions. So probably not going to film everything. I'm just going to try to get it done because we got a lot of stuff we got to do today. And I know some of you are going to be really mad at me, but on our squash and zucchini beds, I had to break out the 7 dust these things were on their last legs. I've already lost some of the plants to the squash bugs. So yeah, it is what it is. I don't like using chemicals or anything like that, but these things were so bad. And I know Dutch over at Keeping It Dutch just shared a video in one of his videos where these squash bugs were infesting his too. I don't know what he did with them yet, but I had to break out the 7 Dust. I mean, these things were just like ants crawling around on these leaves and stuff. I came out here, sprinkled them around on all the plants and stuff like that, and come out here the next day, and I see nothing but dead squash bugs everywhere. And there is some vegetables here still on the plant that we haven't picked, and what we're going to do is we're going to pick them and dispose of them. We're not going to eat any of them. I'm sure it'd be fine if you wash them off, but I'm not going to take a chance. I'll let some of them get a little too big anyways. So anyways, it seems like the 7 Dust really works on the squash bugs. That's a last resort type thing, and I still see some eggs over here. So, well, there you go. Don't beat me up too bad, because I know a lot of people are against using chemicals and things like that, and 7 Dust is not my first choice by no means. We would like to do everything organic and naturally, but you know, you get to a point where you either gotta use the chemicals or you lose everything. And I don't want these things to move over to our cucumbers, because once the squash bugs eat all of your squash and zucchini bug or your plants, they'll move over to like your pumpkins and your cucumbers, and then they're gone next. One thing we did last year is I didn't use any chemicals. I used neem oil and peppermint spray, and it kind of helped, but it didn't really kill the squash bugs. And as soon as it rains or anything, they're right back. So what I did last year is when the first crop that we planted, the squash bugs came in, the vine borers came in, and what they do is get in your stem. It's a moth larva, and they drill up in the stem of your squash, and all the liquid kind of drains out, and then your squash pretty much just dies because it can't get any water or anything up to the main plant. But what I did last year is I went ahead and let them take it because I didn't want to use chemicals last year. And once they got all the squash and zucchini plants keeled over, I just came back in a couple weeks later and planted new seeds, and we got another second crop. And that's probably what I'll do this year. I'll use the 7 Dust right now. I don't know if I'll do it again. I just noticed we got a volunteer tomato plant right there. We planted our tomatoes in this bed last year. That's pretty cool. But anyways, I'll probably let them take them eventually, and then we'll just replant and maybe do like a fall crop. So enough talking. I got to get this bed done. What we'll do is we're going to harvest these onions. We'll store them in the shop or somewhere dry, and then I'll come back through with some vinegar and some salt water, and I'm going to spray this bed to kill all these weeds out. I probably won't do that today, but I'm going to do it pretty quick. And then what we can do is, if we see that these are going to die for sure, we'll come back in. I already got some seeds reordered from Baker Creek, and we'll come in and we'll plant some more squash and zucchini in here. We'll have this extra bed once we get all these weeds killed out. And then as soon as I get done with this one, I'm going to move over to this lettuce bed and get the goats some yummy snacks. Okay, so we got the onions harvested. Now we're gonna haul them over to the shop and let them dry. Got a nice little onion harvest. Got some pretty good sized ones in here. Got some smaller ones, but a lot of big ones. But I want to show you guys something. Here's our tomato bed. Looky here. Nice sized tomatoes. And we've been getting some ripe ones. And thank goodness we got this fence on here now, because the chickens, before, they would get in here and they'd eat every one of them up. And look at these sun sugar cherry tomatoes. Man, these things are so tasty. Nothing better than coming in your garden and eating some fresh cherry tomatoes right off the vine. Alright guys, what we have here is just a piece of metal frame, and it has some expanded metal wire on top of it. And I'm going to dry them out here in the shop. And when you dry out onions, you want to go about 2 to 3 weeks. Set them on here, just like this right here. And I also got a ceiling fan going, and what that will do is keep the air circulating. And you want to do it for 2 to 3 weeks until this outer layer of the skin kind of dries up on you, and it protects the onions for storage. And we're not going to cut the tops off. We're going to wait until we are done drying these things. So looky here, we got all our onions set out, and like I said, we're going to leave them here for 2 to 3 weeks, let them do their thing. Got the fan going, we'll leave it on 24/7 while these are all in here, and we're not going to cut the tops off, like I said, until these are done drying or curing, whatever you want to say. In the past, what we have done is we have dried them outside, but if it rains, you don't want these things getting wet at all. So this time, we're going to store them inside the shop. It gets warm in here, but not too bad because it is insulated. Keep that fan on, and we can open the door for ventilation and all that. You know, guys, this just shows you right here, you don't have to have anything fancy to dry onions. I mean, this is basically just a piece of scrap metal that we have here. I was actually going to use this eventually to build something behind our tractor that I use the brush hog with. So now we're back in the garden. And we're at our lettuce, carrot, radish bed, Swiss chard. The Swiss chard will be fine. We'll probably go ahead and pick some of the bigger stuff and feed it to the goats. But all this stuff, as you can see, it's going to seed. This has got to be picked. We don't want seeds falling all in the garden and stuff like that. But the cool thing about lettuce is, you know, when it gets hot, it starts bolting really fast. You can't hardly keep up with it. Once it does that, just pull the whole plant up, replant seeds, and then in a week you should have some lettuce sprouts, and it grows so fast that all summer long, all spring, summer, almost to fall, you can have fresh salads. So I'm going to get busy pulling some of this stuff and get this bed cleaned up so we can get some stuff replanted eventually. Well, the sun's still hot, and the lettuce bed is pretty much weeded out, except for this little corner right here. I don't have any gloves on, and there is a couple of Black Widow egg sacs in there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So I'm gonna get some gloves before I reach in there and rip all those weeds out. I'm not a big fan of spiders, and especially black widow. I don't want to have to go to the doctor or nothing today. And speaking of doctors, for those of you that didn't know, a couple days ago, I was doing some power carving on a wood handle, a little hobby that I'm trying to pick up. And I took my safety glasses off for just a minute and got a splinter in my eye. So I had to go to urgent care the next day. And it's my right eye, so you only get 2 eyes, so we don't need to lose any of them. But anyways, I think it's on the mend now. It's feeling a little better today. Doctor gave me some antibiotics and some other kind of drops to put in there. So I'm glad this is done. We'll get this cleaned up, get the rest of these weeds out of here. But we're gonna go get a drink of water. Then we're gonna go feed these to the goats and see if they like them. Oh, about forgot. Look at this. So we plant extra vegetables every year, and you can only eat and give away so many. And we don't do a lot of canning. We do some here and there. We're not going to can these carrots, but a lot of you are probably thinking, why did you let these get so big? Well, you know, after you eat so many, you know, you come out and grab a few for dinner every night or whatever, make a salad. Same thing with this lettuce. But there's a few you just kind of let grow and let grow. But these will not go to waste. I'm going to cut the greens off. The greens are going to go to the goats. And the carrots are going to be roasted in the oven, and they'll make a nice little dinner. If you haven't had roasted carrots, you're missing out. So let me go get a drink, and then we'll go see if these goats want to eat these greens, leftover greens from the garden. All right, so we're back. We got a cart full of fresh veggies from the garden. A lot of it was just, you know, lettuce and all that was too big. Some radishes, some carrots, a couple carrots that got way too big and split. Like that right there. I mean, this thing is big now. Look at that. Let's throw it in there. Let's see if she wants to eat it. Come on, goats. I'm going to save some for the pygmy goats as well. We don't want to feed them all just to the Kikos in Spanish. Y'all like fresh veggies or not? Alright, there y'all go. Sorry for scaring you there. Old Jerkface Jr. there is chowing down. And there's old Ginger. Come here, goats. Alright, it looks like the Kiko Spanish love the scraps from the garden. Let's go feed some of the pygmy goats. Come on, goats. Come on. Y'all want some? Come on. Come on, goats. Scared for? Huh. Alright guys, now the pygmy Kikos get their fair share, I guess you can say. I think they all like it. And you can see how dry the grass is getting. So I'm sure a little snack like this, the nice green rich leaves, they're going to enjoy it. You guys like that? Huh? So just as I sat down and take a little break from working hard in the garden, look who pulls up.
Working hard? I ain't ever done you work hard.
Come on, man.
I like your shirt.
Well, you know Dutch.
No, not much. and go do some scouting.
Yeah. So, guys, I'm sure most of you know Dutch. He has a YouTube channel, Keeping It Dutch, and he has some property that he's working on just down the road here a little ways. And oh, what was it? A couple days ago, you came out. We went and put some feeders up.
4 or 5 days ago.
4 days ago or so.
Yeah.
So he put some feeders up at his new property. He just rented a skid steer with a mulching blade or like a big brush hog looking thing. Go check out his channel and you can watch that. But we stuck those feeders out and put a couple cameras out because we've seen a lot of signs of wildlife.
Yeah, bunch.
So we're gonna run up there. We're gonna get on the side by side and run up there here in just a minute and check it out. So if you want to see what we find on the camera footage, go check out his video that he's gonna post.
Might be some black creatures on
there. Yeah, there might be some creatures that's been lurking around our neighborhood here. So be sure to go check that out. All right, so Dutch and I just got back from checking his game cameras that he put out over at his property. We put a couple cameras around his feeders. So if you guys want to know what kind of creatures we captured on the trail cams, go check out his video that he's going to post. And leave him a comment and tell him that Hidden Heights Farm sent you. And guys, thank you so much for watching this video. You see I got these onions behind me, got the lettuce bed cleaned out, and this is just some of the projects that I've been needing to do. Luckily, I had the time today to get that done. You know, there's always 100 things you can be doing. You just got to prioritize things. And remember, guys, if you guys are outside working and stuff right now in the summertime, make sure you hydrate and stay safe. I've been seeing on the news where people's been having heat strokes and stuff like that. But, yeah, that's the video. Hopefully you guys liked it. Leave us a comment. Tell us how you found our channel. For those of you that have been following us forever, leave a comment too. We appreciate all you guys. Love you guys watching our videos and leaving all the awesome positive comments. So we're going to go ahead and end this video. I got some more stuff I need to do that I'm not going to put on the video. But we'll see you next time.